What's going on, everybody? Sharpie360 here, and it's a brand new year with new games both big and indie. Some are coming to early access, some are getting a full release, and others we are still waiting on from 2023. Combing through my Steam wishlist and then some, I've gathered together a number of games, mainly survival, that I'm looking out for this year, and a lot of them will be released in some form in the next couple of months as well, which is super dope. So let's run through that list right now, and if you see anything that looks cool to you, let me know in a comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe. Alright, let's friggin' do this. First up is Fractured Veil, coming out in early access on January 18th by Paddle Creek Games. Embrace the Aloha spirit to chill in your choice of safe, social, or PvP zones, build with a quick craft and effortless building system, take a killer risk into the jungle for greater rewards and endless exploration where you'll meet mutants and friendly vendors waiting to say aloha. Survive an apocalyptic nightmare alone or with friends where you must gather, build, quest, craft, raid, and defend. A dynamic weather system creates unpredictable hazards while the night-day system breathes light into a map based on real-world topography data from Maui. The procedural building, road, and river systems means unique worlds and environments to explore. Careful, mutants, monsters, and players lurk around every corner. Oh, and don't forget to burn the bodies. You'll want to remember that. Next we have Enshrouded, coming to early access on January 24th by Keen Games. You are Flameborn, last ember of hope of a dying race. Awaken, survive the terror of a corrupting fog, and reclaim the lost beauty of your kingdom. Venture into a vast world, vanquish punishing bosses, build grand halls, and forge your path in this co-op survival action RPG for up to 16 players. We checked out this game last year during the Steam Next Fest Summer Edition, which if you're interested in watching those videos, the link will be in the description below. This game still looks amazing, and I cannot wait for it to be released into early access. It seems like a lot of people are sizing Enshrouded up to Valheim, which makes sense, but I think Enshrouded will overtake it in the long run. Skull and Bones getting a full release February 16th, developed and published by Ubisoft. Enter the perilous world of Skull and Bones, a co-op pirate open world action RPG experience to become the most infamous pirate kingpin. Be part of an immersive world that introduces new challenges and features every season. Inspired by the legendary Assassin's Creed title, Black Flag, many are hoping it will just be the naval warfare mechanics ported into its own game. Last year, this game got delayed a day after I wrote the script up for my upcoming Games 2023 video. As a complete shock to I'm sure nobody at all. And here we are a year later. So let's see if Ubisoft can manage to drag this thing past the finish line after all. Winter Survival, coming to early access February 28th by Drago Entertainment. What was supposed to be a nice winter hike in Mount Washington State Park with friends turned into a dire situation. You are left alone to fight for your survival. With only marginal supplies, you have to fight off the cold, thirst, hunger, wildlife, and your own state of mind while finding your way to an abandoned ranger station in hopes to be able to call for help. Winter Survival is a fully fledged survival game, even going into early access, with dynamic combat, stealth, base building, and its unique sanity system, just to name a few. If you have ever played The Long Dark and enjoyed it, this game might be right up your alley. Winter Survival is best described as The Long Dark, but with realistic graphics. Drago is looking to step up the survival experience, so let's see if they can deliver. Bellwright, coming to early access Q1 2024, developed by Donkey Crew and published by Snail Games. Establish and expand your own settlements, liberate the lands and assist its villagers, and recruit others to your cause while learning more about a life you had to leave behind. Command your forces, prove your valor through combat, and cement yourself as the hero of your people. This one's staying on the watch list as very tentative until the reviews come out. Being that it's developed by Donkey Crew and published by Snail Games, the people behind Ark and all of its controversy, currently the community is very doubtful this will be anything more than an abandoned EA title to fund Ark. The demo played pretty good, so I think there's something there to be said, but who knows, it might just end up being another quick cash grab. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. Bootstrap Island VR, getting full release February 2024, developed and published by Manu VR Productions. As the sole survivor of a shipwreck in the 17th century, you must quickly learn to adapt and survive on a mysterious and ruthless island filled with deadly threats and secrets to explore. Teeming with ruthless roguelike experiences with short, intense sessions, randomized resources and consequence-based outcomes to your decisions, and dynamic day and night cycle, with systems-based gameplay and realistic detailed interactions. Bootstrap Island is designed to be an immersive yet comfortable VR adventure with minimal menus and natural feeling controls. If you're into survival games and awesome VR experiences, this one was made for you. Unfortunately, being a VR title, there's no flat screen option at this time. Once Human, full release in Q3 2024, developed and published by Starry Studio. Once Human is a multiplayer, open-world survival game set in a strange post-apocalyptic future. Unite with friends to fight monstrous enemies, uncover secret plots, compete for resources, and build your own territory. Once you were merely human, now you have the power to remake the world. You wake up in the middle of nowhere, you'll have to embrace yourself for the cruelty of nature. However, Stardust's influence does not restrict to living things. It also affects the soil and water. Eating polluted food and drinking dirty water will reduce your sanity. When your sanity drops, your max HP will drop accordingly. The closed beta for Once Human has been very sought after for access keys, and the Discord has been jam-packed with eager players looking to get in on the action before the beta is over. Unfortunately, I have not been able to acquire a key myself yet, but we'll see what happens. Next up, we have Endalore, coming to early access sometime 2024. Developed and published by Diorite Games. Endalore is a medieval dark fantasy survival game with RPG elements for 1 to 4 players. Explore, survive, and conquer the world of Endalore. Fight your way through inhabitants of this dark fantasy world and its even darker underground. Scavenge for resources, trade, build your own home, and craft the finest gear. Become allies with the rulers of the land or become the one they fear the most. Endalore is another title we checked out during the fall 2023 Steam Fest. This one also gives me Valheim vibes, but without the highly custom build system. The building system for Endalore is a more traditional modular system, but still pretty robust with lots of pieces to choose from. Gathering supplies and combat also draws inspiration from the epic Viking saga itself as well. Next up, we have Into the Radius 2 for VR, coming to early access sometime 2024 by CM Games. Into the Radius 2 is an immersive VR survival shooter set in the realm of surreal landscapes and deadly anomalies known as the Pachorsk Security Zone. Arm yourself with realistic weapons and venture deeper into the mysteries that lie within, either solo or as part of a team. In a surreal world ravaged by monstrous creatures and unforgiving terrain, survival is your ultimate goal. Scrounge for resources, defend yourself against dreadful enemies, and strategically manage your equipment to outlast the odds. Adapt, strategize, and make the most of your surroundings to stay alive. Sons of the Forest, full release, February 24th, End Night Games. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know I've covered all of the early access updates for Sons of the Forest, and now a year later, thankfully not 5, we get to see the full release. Sent to find a missing billionaire on a remote island, you find yourself in a cannibal-infested hellscape. Craft, build, and struggle to survive alone or with friends in this terrifying new open-world survival horror simulator. I've been avoiding as much of the actual gameplay or campaign for this since I ran through the story initially in the early access release, so this will be just as much of a new experience for me as it will be the rest. I'm super excited to start a new game when the full release drops, and I'm planning on doing a series for it as well, so you definitely don't want to miss that out. I'll see you there. Serum, coming to early access Q1 2024 by Game Island. Dive into a thrilling survival adventure where an unknown liquid takes control of your life. Extract serum to stay alive, battle dangerous creatures, solve puzzles, and uncover clues about the past events. Find your way out, alone or in a 4-player co-op mode. Imagine waking up in a world overrun by a mysterious toxic substance with a strange device attached to your arm. Will you gather the courage to explore and survive, or simply wait for your demise? One thing is clear, you need serum to prolong your life. How you find it is up to you. Find shelter, search for new technology, craft your equipment and modify weapons to protect yourself, and try to reach places where there's precious substances waiting to be gathered. But be warned, serum can alter your body in unexpected ways. Nightingale, early access February 22nd by Inflection Games. Nightingale is a PvE open-world survival crafting game played solo or cooperatively with friends. Build, craft, fight, and explore as you venture through the mystical portals into a variety of amazing and fantastical realms. You are stranded beyond our world, cut off by the collapse of the arcane portal network. This catastrophe has left you fighting to survive in a labyrinth of beautiful and dangerous Fey realms. Your goal? To become a skilled realm walker and navigate the web of trans-dimensional portals. Only then can you discover your way to the magical city of Nightingale and the last known bastion of humanity. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl getting a full release Q1 by GSC Game World. This is another title we talked about last year and we never got to see the light of day, so hopefully we can see it this year. Discover the vast Chernobyl exclusion zone full of dangerous enemies, deadly anomalies, and powerful artifacts. Unveil your own epic story as you make way to the heart of Chernobyl. Make your choices wisely as they will determine your fate in the end. The Chernobyl exclusion zone has changed dramatically after the second massive explosion in the year 2006. Violent mutants, deadly anomalies, and warring factions have made the zone a very tough place to survive. Nevertheless, artifacts of unbelievable value attracted many people called stalkers, who entered the zone for their own risk, striving to make a fortune out of it or even find the truth concealed in the heart of Chernobyl. Rooted. Early access 2024, allegedly by Headlight Studios. Rooted is a post-apocalyptic survival game. What isn't? Near the year 2100, you are one of the few survivors. You must progress and adapt through the ruins of past civilizations that collapsed due to a global bacteriological warfare. In this solo and multiplayer survival game, explore an ancient overgrown world full of dangers. Salvage, build, craft, hunt, and try to survive alone or with your friends in an ever-evolving and fascinating post-apocalyptic environment. Now for Rooted, it doesn't have an official or even announced release date, but the rumors that have been circulating around this game say that it's going to come out in early access in 2024. Really depends on where they're at with the progression of the development of the game. They had a closed alpha earlier last year. I think it just wrapped up, so hopefully we'll see that come to beta and early access this year, but there's nothing official that I was able to see on the website. The timeline's very vague. So you definitely want to make sure to follow this one on Steam if you want more information for when this one is going to come out. Alright, so that is going to do it for my list of games that I'm excited for the upcoming year 2024. What do you guys think? Are you excited about any of them on the list? I know that there's a ton of games that I did not include on this list. There's just so many coming out that it's just impossible to cover them all. But let me know which ones you are excited about, because I'd be happy to check them out as well. I'm always looking out for new cool games, survival and whatnot, so I'd be curious to see what you're into. Cool, so if you liked any of the games that were on this list, I'll have the links for them down in the description below. And make sure to go wishlist them on Steam so you can make sure you get the notification when these games actually release. Cool. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you found this video entertaining or informative at all, make sure to hit that like button and possibly subscribe. If you're watching over here on Rumble, make sure to hit the like button and the follow button, and I would greatly appreciate it. And I also have memberships available if anybody wants to check that out. Alright, cool. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, sharp out.